Students, in the earlier video lecture, we have learned about different types of engine and their working principles. In this video lecture, we will learn about the components or the constructional feature of IC engine. First of all, engine comprises of a cylinder. The cylinder of an IC engine constitutes the basic and supporting portion of engine power unit. Its major function is to provide space in which piston can operate to draw in the fuel, mixture or air depending upon spark ignition or pressure ignition, compress it, allow it to expand and thus generate power. The cylinder is usually made of high-grade cast iron, in some cases to give greater strength and wear resistance. With less weight, chromium, nickel, molybdenum are added to the cast iron. The second most important component of an IC engine is the piston. The piston of an engine is the first part to begin movement and to transmit power to the crankshaft as a result of pressure and energy generated by the combustion of the fuel. The piston is closed at one end and open on the other end to permit direct attachment of the connecting rod and its free action. In this diagram, you can see the cross-sectional of a diesel engine. The material used for piston are grey cast iron, cast steel and aluminium alloy. However, the modern trend is to use only aluminium alloy piston in the tractor engine because it is quite light. The next component of an engine is the piston rings. These are made of cast iron on account of their ability to retain bearing qualities and elasticity indefinitely. The primary function of the piston rings is to retain compression and at the same time reduce the cylinder wall and piston wall contact area to a minimum, thus reducing friction losses and excessive wear. The other important functions of piston rings are the control of the lubricating oil, cylinder lubrication and the transmission of heat away from the piston and from the cylinder walls. Piston rings are further classified as compression rings and oil rings, depending on the function and location on the piston. Compression rings are usually plain one-piece rings and are always placed in grooves nearest the piston head. Oil rings are grooved or slotted and are located either in the lowest groove of the piston pin or in a groove near the piston skin. Near the piston skirt, the function is to control the distribution of lubricating oil to the cylinder and piston surface in order to prevent unnecessary or excessive